Hey guys, still there. Back with part 3 of this current playthrough of XCOM 2. Now my missions currently are to complete the officer autopsy research. I'm currently researching something else instead though. I'm working on getting the modular weapons online so I can start attaching more stuff to my weaponry. For now they also want me on the bridge, so let's see what kind of missions I have.
Commander, our current position is here, just outside Resistance headquarters. When we're not on the move, this will serve as our home and our source of supplies. The Councilman has tracked the alien black site to this region. Unfortunately, we don't have its exact coordinates yet. If we're going to have any chance of finding this facility, we'll need to make contact with the local Resistance cell nearby. Tygan has a theory about how we might reach out to them without getting the aliens' attention, but we'll need to give him time to conduct his research. We shouldn't wait too long on that, Commander. We have to start making contact with other regions soon if we're going to build a global resistance and take on Advent.
New objective added.
Alright, so they want me to contact the resistance in the black site region. Needs to fly there, research resistance comms, and make contact.
Looks like you won't have time for that just yet, though. Remote reconnaissance may have found something not far from our current position.
Okay. Commander, after our recent success, members of the resistance in West Asia have brought us reports of activity that we may want to investigate. Reward, rookies. Yes, I could use more guys. Time to investigate 6 days. I just don't get any choice here, so let's take the Avenger and let's head that way.
Commander, while we're waiting for new missions or the completion of our research, we can pass time by scanning at sites like this one. On your order, we'll start our scans of the surrounding area.
Right, so that's the mission, this is the scanning. Let's just scan this stuff.
I do not think I could have predicted this outcome, though it is intriguing.
Perfect. We can now use the weapon equipments, or the weapon mods that we we found earlier. Let's see, all the raw materials in the world wouldn't mean I couldn't find much use for them. With these modifications we should be able to attach larger upgrades for even more firepower. That's the part I really like. Good. Reverse engineer their system for our own use. Any weapon upgrades can now be attached directly to your soldiers' weapons. Perfect. Okay, so they want me to do either this one or that one. This is seemingly going to further my research and my quest line. Same for that one. Gonna take me 7 days, but I actually would like to decrypt that datapad. It's gonna get me a bit of intelligence, and intelligence supposedly is also quite vital. Hybrid materials. This can get me body armor. I'm gonna go with this one first.
I assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
Yeah, right, you had a feeling.
Advent has made steady progress in
That's gonna take me 2
convincing
days.
the civilian populace to migrate to their city centers, with the propaganda campaign providing a constant stream of reminders as to the benefits of migration. They have maintained a steady influx of new converts. Unfortunately, most of these unwitting refugees have little idea what they are truly signing up for.
Well, that's nasty. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Go back to the globe, or the bridge. Keep scanning. Alright, alien debris cleared. A new room is available for constructing a facility. Louis de Lafayette is now available. Okay, I think from what I've read that this one is by far the most important right now. The Guerrilla Tactics School. It's going to unlock additional skills the moment that my soldiers level up. Advanced Warfare Center. They gain a bonus ability outside their current class whenever they're promoted. Oh, actually, that might be the one. This will also level up the amount of soldiers that we can use, so not 4 but 5 or 6 even. Power Relay. I currently have power, although it's not much. It's gonna keep working. Workshops. Not yet. Laboratory is gonna help me with research. For now, I'm going to take this one. The Advanced Warfare Center, because currently I'm starting to train up my squad. And this means that soldiers are going to level quickly, which, if I do this right, they're going to upgrade and get these new abilities pretty quickly.
Advance start work on the new facility right away, Commander. I'll send word when it's up and running.
Yep, I want you to build it right there. Lafayette has increased construction speed by 50%. So that means it's going to be done in 11 days. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, let's scan that. Rookie, Adrian Lamperouge, Marco Jax, and Lungisen and Duna. Okay. Well, I think that we can then start to fly back towards Resistance HQ and gain the intelligence, although I still haven't exactly finished that research that I need to do. But so be it.
Setting course for
We're just gonna have to fly back there.
West Asia.
Okay, let's just gain intel. Keep scanning.
These findings will likely prove crucial to our ongoing efforts, Commander.
Research is done. New item, nanoscale vest or plated armor. Okay. Light armor, underlay derived from advent armor. Can be worn with all XCOM armors. It's gonna give me more hit points, which is always a good thing. Let's now go with the autopsy.
The Advent officers appear to be similar, if not physically the same as the common Advent trooper in terms of power and agility. However, field reports indicate a more developed mental acuity, as the officers do provide tactical directives to the subordinate Advent forces.
That's gonna take a couple days. In the meanwhile, let's continue scanning. Gain intelligence.
Although we have allies,
Transmission.
cities throughout
High
the
priority
world
mission
willing
available.
to share their knowledge
What's
of
that?
Advent's operations.
Oh, I
Them.
One of you guys suggested that I should call my VIPs Hodor. So, we can now retrieve Dr. Hodor, which is a scientist, from an advanced city. Let's do that. It's an easy difficulty, so I'm again going to train up whatever I have. Let's go with an empty squad. Select soldiers. Let's see, who do I want to use? I want to use Rock. I also want to use Hydro. Then Lulu, Lamperouge, and I could start training one of these guys to be even better. Actually, no, I don't want to do that yet. The sooner I can get my rookies trained up, the better it is. Because squaddies gain additional aim stats, they gain additional hit points, and more importantly, they also gain quite interesting skills. But if I can have the Advanced Warfare Center online first, they can get additional skills. So we're going to go with a full squad of rookies. What I might be able to do though is at least attach a scope. Or at least one would think so. Make utility items available. Actually, this is the utility item. How do I equip your scope? Or can't I do that with rookies? Let's test that. Let's say I would bring my sniper. Primary weapon. Sniper. No. What? How do I equip scopes and other stuff? Weapon upgrade. That's it. Okay. So I have to go actually deep into the menus in order to do that. That's fine. Take that rookie again. Edit. Weapon upgrade. There we go. Available slot. You are going to get... Let's see, the scope. Aim by 5%. Fair enough. It cannot be replaced. It can be replaced but not reused. Oh. That's a one-time bonus. I thought you could just switch these things on and off, but apparently not so much. Okay, in that case, this is what we're gonna go with. Although I just want to have my medkit. Wherever that is. Make utility items available. Yep. There, medkit. Okay. Let's rescue Hodor. Strange as that sounds.
Sky Ranger deployed.
In position to drop.
Operation Doomstrike. Well, that sounds promising.
The Resistance is asking for our help in extracting a VIP who had been providing reconnaissance data in this area. We've got the coordinates, but it's likely we'll have to clear out a contingent of hostile forces to make this work.
Well, the contingent's just gonna have to stay out of my way. Alright, we're good. One thing I'm missing though from the mission briefing is what kind of terrain I can expect.
Target coordinates incoming. Secure the VIP and proceed to the evac volume for extraction.
Because here's the thing, if I'm going into a very open situation, like this would be perfect to bring a sniper. But I didn't know that. At the same time though, I probably still wouldn't have done it, because I just don't want to throw away these rookies yet. I want to train them up. This is an ideal time to do so. Let's see. Can I access the stats of these guys or not?
Confirmed.
Apparently... oh god. Okay, you're just gonna have to stay on the roof then. And I have 12 turns to extract everyone. There's the guy. Come closer, so that I can shoot you. He's on pretty high cover. Let's see, 66% on the trooper, 45%, 46. No, okay, we're gonna go with the Advent. And you blew up part of his cover.
That is not good.
Oh, is that what that is? Ghost. Ghost, I need you... if I put him there, he might have a decent line of fire on that sectoid. Because this balcony does not give me a lot of cover. Alright, Ghost. 46. 26? Wow. That's not a lot. Why is this guy so protected? Oh, he has high cover. Yeah, that'll explain it. Okay, then you're going in Overwatch. Dr. Hodor. I'm going to need you to sit tight. Because we are already being engaged. And that leaves you, my good man. Oh, we're just gonna try and engage one of these guys again. 66, 46. You're no more accurate or less accurate than the others. That's him down. Okay, that just leaves that sectoid. Promotion earned. 1 kill's enough, apparently. You can just hunker down for now. But what's that sectoid gonna do? If it's moving... yep, here comes the Overwatch shot. Not really. Missed. The sectoids, though, seem to only have an attack that's psi-based right now. They don't seem to have any weaponry on them. I don't have eyes on the guy. Okay, we're gonna have to do a little bit of bounding Overwatch, which means a couple guys on Overwatch, a couple guys pushing up. You going on Overwatch? You're gonna push up hard and fast, close to that building. I'm gonna breach the next zone. Which seems, by the icon here, to be an ice cream parlor. Interesting.
Solid copy.
Pretty high leaps from the buildings, though. How about you? There's not really any threat. But that's a very very famous last phrase for most XCOM players. There's not really any threat, at which stage you instantly get overwatched, you instantly get ambushed by something, and you die horribly. Where'd the guy go? Is my problem. There's the extraction, but between the extraction and where we are, there's quite a bit of terrain. Open the door. Anyone in there? No? Just the kitchen, okay.
That's affirmative.
Let's look across the counter. That looks pretty secure. Gonna move up. Pretty nice zone. Oh, hello. I was gonna say pretty nice spot there. He's in a good amount of cover. Well, this changes everything. Let's see, if I move him to this position, he has a shot, but it's only a 46%. That's not enough for me. You're gonna overwatch. You? What to do about you? I can just rush him, but he's getting pretty exposed where he is. And we have 2 sectoids and an advent right there. Okay, that means you're gonna push up slightly and you're gonna hunker down. Hunker down, if you're not familiar with it, is pretty much get in cover and keep your head down. They're not gonna shoot, they're much more difficult to shoot at. And it generally keeps them safe while they're in low cover. Generally. This guy has a pretty nice position though. And again, 46%. You're going in Overwatch too. Okay, so you're not moving. What are you doing? Oh. You're reanimating that guy. Well, that's a bit annoying. Here comes the Overwatch shot. Yes, very nice. And that's it. Beautiful. Hadn't expected that to work quite so well. And he got a promotion. We got apparently one guy in Overwatch, which makes it a bit more dangerous for me to attack. Alright, this is 78% chance. Can you hit anyone from where you are? 48, 26. Not very good, but it can work. There's a civilian in the area. Switch to this position. Oh shit, here comes the Overwatch. Ooh. That could have easily ended a whole lot different. 27 and 47. Just make sure you don't hit the civilian, yeah? That'd be great. Alright, now that your Overwatch has been diminished, if I take this position, I might be able to get a pretty good shot at the sectoid. There. Now we're getting somewhere. 69%. If I can take down that sectoid, the zombie is also gonna go. Critical hit. 6 damage. And he, of course, has more than 6 hit points. Outstanding. From here, is this pretty much in the same line, or is it? Not quite. Let's hope it works anyway. See if I can get a 2 for 1. Nope, not that guy. Kill the sectoid. Yes, that's it. He's out. And he dropped something too. You can lie down again. And then we got the Professor and Ghost. Alright, Ghost, listen up. You don't really have a good position. There's not really a good spot where I can park this guy, where he might be able to help out. So I'm going to let him draw fire by putting him far forward. And that way I hope that he's going to stay safe. Let's see, I got 9 turns. It's a pretty smooth run there so far. But Okay, you're just gonna sit there and hope you don't get shot at. Alright, Advent, your turn. What you gonna do? Here comes the Overwatch. Yep, that's it. Good shooting. Target disabled. Well, I think a bit more than that.
Hostile interceptors are inbound on your current position. Firebrand has a limited window to provide extraction.
Okay. Pick up this stuff to make sure I get that right before the enemy shows up. Illyrium core. And you're gonna get into cover. You... I'm going to push up a bit more. I'm going to keep moving closer to that extraction point. And you're going in Overwatch. You still have plenty of ammo left. You, not so much. I could put him... Yeah, I'm going to put him up here. Adrian's going to put up here, reload, and then if I have to, I can get a pretty damn nice shot from up there as a sort of Overwatch. And no, not technically Overwatch in the sense that you would normally expect it, but let's say the more literal word of the phrase, Overwatch. Literal use. Okay. Bring it. No? Okay. In that case, we're gonna have to keep pushing up. Cover to cover. Somebody very nicely placed a ladder right to the extraction zone on the good side of the building for me. Alright. That's one. You're gonna hunker, or at least not hunker, but Overwatch here. Sit there and stay there. Lulu, I'm gonna have to move you back off the roof because the alien threat didn't exactly materialize. Stay there. Doc, what to do about you? I'm going to put you slightly more forward. And I'm going to tell you to hunker down. And that just leaves Hydro. Crashing through the window. Overwatch. Is there anybody out there? Oh yeah. We can hear them. Aside from that, nothing though. Here we go. Oh, apparently we're not supposed to move. Funny man. I don't think it's gonna work out that way. Please get the civilian out of the way. Can I just lob a hand grenade at this guy? Or at least the wall that he's hiding behind? Yeah, that could work. Blow up the wall. Have Ghost come in. And have Ghost shoot this guy. This guy might then move either that way or there. If he moves there, he doesn't have a lot of cover. I doubt he can reach that position. If he moves there, he might be able to flank one of my guys. But I still have more people to use. Okay, Hydro. You are going to sit there as a sort of flank threat. You're not supposed to shoot at anyone yet. Maybe later. You're going there. What kind of chance did he have? 47. Okay, Overwatch then. Hodor. Stay with... who was it? Hydro? And that leaves Ghosts. And Ghost has an even more terrible chance to hit stuff. Okay, you're gonna sit there. And you're gonna Overwatch. Because 26%? No thank you. Make it happen. Yep. Good kill. Promotion earned. Good man. What about you? There's the second Overwatch. Right through the wall. And it did 5 damage. That probably killed him. Yeah, he's out. Promotion earned. Good. Seems like most of the guys are dead. Oh, I cannot reach the extraction. Almost. Almost. Is there another way up there? Through the building? No, it doesn't look like it. No stairways or anything. Then, I'm just going to put you here. And have you hunker down, because I'm not sure that roof is clear yet. I first want to know about that roof. Rock, reload. You're going to be my breaching team. Ghost. Get ready. Reload. Lulu, move forward. I feel like I'm talking to a clown when I'm saying Lulu, but that's the guy that, or that's the username that the guy gave him. Don't blame me. And you're gonna go here. Normally, I would say this is a terrible setup because I have so many guys together, but there currently isn't anyone here. All right, you still cannot reach it. What the? Well, okay then. Up on the roof. If the guys in the helo could just let me know if there's a threat, that'd be great, but apparently that's too much to ask. Secure the LZ. I haven't given them orders yet, but that'll come. You are going to be overwatching this field here. Or plaza, really. And Hydro, you're also going to go up on the roof. I gotta say, it feels like it's a bit too easy currently. Like, there might be something that's going to jump me. Okay, Doc, you're in range of the LZ. Okay, he's now in the LZ. Now we can evac him.
VIP secure and in position for evac.
Good man. Up you go.
VIP is secure.
Okay.
Menace 1-5, hostile interceptors are on high-speed approach. Your window for
Well,
extraction is closing.
I don't mind, actually. I just want to get in the extraction zone and get out. Rock. Up and away. And finally, Lulu. Oh, sorry, we also got... Who's that? Hydro? It's gonna take me a while to get used to all of these names. Up and away. Hydro.
Heading to that location.
Evac please, not hunker down. Bye.
Status confirmed.
7 out of 7 kills, flawless victory. That's the result screen I want to see. And knowing XCOM, I really should not be getting used to that. Because before long, I'm probably going to start losing soldiers here and there. I think all of my guys got a promotion again. That'd be great. Look at that. Moved furthest. Hodor. Which is, in all intents and purposes, my new scientist. If you don't get the inside joke, it's Game of Thrones. It's a character from Game of Thrones who's basically a small giant. I think maybe 8 foot. He's not the sharpest tool in the box. You can only say Hodor. So there's that. Alright. Rock, you've been promoted to Ranger. Congratulations on the new sword. Hydro, you're a specialist. 8 protocol. Lulu, squat sight, sniper. And finally, you might be a grenadier. Alright, nice. We got another Illyrian core. Continue.
You and your crew to the aliens' efforts today, Commander. Impressive work.
Alright, that's a lot of intelligence. I'm not sure what you can do with intel yet. But that is something that we're probably going to be seeing soon. There's Hodor. Research speed increased by 33%. I'm happy about that, but I'm not sure how well that guy's going to help. Alright, back to the mission map. I believe we're still scanning and getting the research done. Oh, there's another mission. Recent success. Okay, let's investigate that. We're gonna get supplies.
Avenger plotting new course.
Let's move away. What do we have here? Battlefield supplies. It's gonna take me 6 days. Doesn't seem to be any missions other than the black site there. So let's have a look.
I take it this was easier than your last procedure, Doctor.
Central, Commander. Yes, I find the process to be far less disconcerting when the subject has already expired. The results, however, it's best you see for yourself. My autopsy of the Advent captain has confirmed the existence of an implant, similar in design to the unit I extracted from the commander. But there are differences.
What kind of differences?
The data you see is being pulled directly from this Advent captain's implant. The sequence here is essentially you, Commander. Or at least the tactical information they were processing through your mind. As you can see, the data is nearly identical.
They were using you against us.
Yes, however, the Advent data shows signs of decay. Removing the commander from their network has likely caused significant damage.
Network?
Yes, what we're seeing here is a psionic network. These implants are capable of receiving and transmitting information, a great deal of information, somehow encoded in a stream of psionic energy. My working theory? Advent uses this network to augment the tactical readiness of its troops, as well as disseminate orders from its central command. Observe. Even in the subject's diminished condition, the implant continues to have an effect. A truly astonishing achievement.
Or a weakness?
Potentially. But I need direct access to their network to know for sure.
I'm guessing that won't be easy.
We'd need an active link. And that would mean hacking a live Advent officer.
Like I said, not easy. Still, it's the best lead we've got. Your call, Commander.
I really don't like that remote control system, though. Okay, we can access the alien network. That's the new objective. Construct the proving grounds, complete the Skulljack project, and use the Skulljack. But if I'm gonna use the Skulljack, I suppose that means I have to get right in melee distance of the guy and just jam it into his head.
I'm keeping tabs on all our operations, Commander. Our people are standing by for your
Right,
orders.
okay, larger and more tactically capable. The officers have more control through the psionic link. Central, if you could just let me talk. With the commander no longer attached to the psionic network, it's difficult to say how the orders are being dispersed at this point, although I'm sure the aliens have planned for this potential contingency. I believe it may be possible to tap into this network, but it would require the use of a living Advent officer. And that's why we're going to have to build the Skulljack.
Commander, if we're going to try to build this Skulljack that Tigan came up with, we're going to need a specialized facility to test it out.
Yeah, we will. But the proving ground is something that I cannot really get done yet, because I simply don't have the resources to build that. Magnetic weapons. Sectoid autopsy. Yeah, I want to know more. I want to know more about these sectoids.
Though I was never witness to one myself, countless observers attest to the existence of a much smaller, less intimidating variant of the sectoid that took part in the original invasion. In the time since, this new being, the product of clear genetic manipulation, is now a familiar face to our forces operating in the field.
Yeah, they're a familiar face and they're remarkably annoying.
The aliens have considerable resources.
Okay, we're gonna get supplies, but I'm not gonna complete that now because that's gonna be something that's gonna be happening next episode. Hope you enjoyed this mission. Let me know how your campaign's going. What are your soldiers doing? Have you lost anyone yet? Have you been able to get anything else than I've been getting? Let me know. Looking forward to seeing your reactions in the comments down to this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you in episode 4.